Hey guys, it's Tony and we're back on the bench. And this morning we're going to be doing another take apart service. So we're getting into a Shimano Catana this time. Belongs to my buddy Dan. I don't think it's been fished too much. It's in really good shape. It's a smooth operator for sure. It's got a little bit of sand and stuff though. Kind of the usual stuff that we find, with a spinning reel. So, we're just going to, start simply with taking each piece apart, and we're going to see how this reel works. And the whole purpose of this video is to show you how you can work on these reels. So if you have this reel, or if you're thinking of picking it up someplace, then you'll have a clue as to how it goes together and whatnot. So we're going to see if we can pull this handle out here. It's a little stiff. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we've got some dried up grease here, and there's some sand and stuff in here. So that's definitely in need of some attention. So I think this is a design where we have to get the rotor off first in order to get the side plate off. So we're going to back off our drag wheel here. Okay, so yeah, we've got quite a bit of sand and dirt in there. So this was definitely fished, like on a beach or something like that, which makes sense because if I know my buddy right, that's his primary wheelhouse is on the beach, I think. So I'm going to take this off. So we've got a washer, or possibly two washers, I can't tell. Yeah, it's two washers. There's a thin washer and a thick washer. You want to make note of the orientation of those parts, taking those off. Okay. And then we've got a set screw here, little Phillips. That has to come out next. There's a washer resting underneath that as well. Okay, and then we've got this rotor nut that has to come off. I don't know what size that is. It's a little smaller than a 14 and a little bigger than an 11. So, all right, so that's a 12 mil. Okay, and it's reverse threaded. So make note of that. Rotor nut comes off, and then you should be able to gently pull up on the rotor. Okay, and we've got some sand and stuff here. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to take some time off camera, and I'll talk a little bit about, the cleaning that's involved here while we continue. So we've got a set screw down here for this protective plate that's probably covering up another screw underneath here. So we want to get to that next. And that's really the primary function of these little plastic plates that they put on spinning reels these days, is to protect the screw that rests underneath there, typically. Okay, it's just plastic. Okay, and then there's two screws that it's covering up here and here. Okay, so we're going to pull these out. We're going to keep these parts trays nearby for some of these smaller parts and screws and stuff here, such as that. And this one. Yeah, I'm not really familiar, though, with this series. I would guess that this is probably maybe one of the midline series that Shimano had. I can't even really date this reel. I want to say it's at least 10 years old. I could be off on that, but if anyone happens to know that, you can feel free to drop that in the comments section. Yeah, You got this tiny, smaller screw down here at the base here, so you just want to make a note that that goes there. And then you should be able to pull off this side plate, and it's having a little bit of trouble. It's probably just because this shaft is pretty rough. It's kind of like a sandpaper almost on the inside of the main gear, I would say. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that penetrating oil sink in there a little bit. We're going to pause. We're going to come back and see if we can't free this up. Okay, so we're back, and turns out that this this bearing here, you see, that's still attached to the side plate. Well, it was fused pretty poorly, pretty bad here on this shaft, on this main gear shaft. And so, this is a typical thing that happens, when reels sit, for a while and they accumulate rust and corrosion and stuff like that. Also, what has a tendency to happen is if you're using the reel in salt water, those salt elements, they get caught up in here, and then they just really, freeze up a lot of parts. And so what we did to remedy that is we took a socket. This is just a deep 1/4 inch socket, 1/4 inch drive, and I was able to put that over here, and that actually went over, this shaft, but enough to tap on the bearing, okay, so that, we could kind of jolt it loose, because without getting this cap off, you're never going to get the rest of the reel apart, okay. So in short, we want to, get this bearing out of here, okay, which we should be able to tap out now with this. Okay, and we want to have a look at this. Yeah, you can see there's a lot of rust damage on the outside of this bearing. Okay, and yeah, this bearing is actually really, really shot, which is interesting because the reel turns so smoothly. So we're going to have a look, and we're going to see what's involved in this here, but I'm thinking that this bearing is probably going to have to be replaced, is going to be my guess. So we're going to have a look at that in a little bit. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take some PB Blaster here, some penetrating oil, and we're just going to soak this bearing up, and we're going to see if that doesn't free up any dirt or, residual rust, that may have been building up around there. Okay, now we can get into the rest of this here. So we've got, we've got some old grease that's built up down here. We need to clean this up a little bit. So we've got our set screw here. It needs to come out in order to get this drive line out. Yeah, this is a little deceiving. It kind of threw us off a little bit because the reel, appeared to be, kind of clean on the outside, right? And it's a smooth operator. But when you're looking, internally, you see, there's just a lot of evidence of dirt and sand and stuff like that. We're definitely going to have to clean up this drive shaft and smooth that out so that that's not a problem anymore, putting those parts back. Sometimes what has a tendency to happen with these gears is they swell, the shafts, they swell on the gear set over time. Okay, so we've got that ball bearing there. There's another ball bearing down there. I'm not sure how many others are here other than the main one. It looks like we got a line or a roller bearing in there. Okay, and then we've got our crosswind block here, and I'm not sure what's involved in taking that out on this particular model. So we're going to have a look there. We're going to see. Pull this pin down. Crosswind block. Crosswind gear. Okay, and then we've got 3 screws, 4 screws actually, it would appear. And this one appears different. So you want to make note of the orientation of this, okay? And make sure that this goes back exactly the same way it came off. A longer screw. But yeah, what we're going to be doing is we're going to spend some time off camera cleaning up all these parts. We're going to take some WD-40, maybe some more of that PB Blaster potentially. We're going to use some 4O steel wool, some household toothbrushes, things of that sort. And we're going to clean up all these parts really well. Okay, and we got that smaller screw that goes there. Okay, so first and foremost, so we've got a roller bearing assembly here, and it actually looks like it's kind of a nicer one. It's, you know, enclosed in this casing here, but you want to also make note that you do have a washer that rests on top here. Okay, and then you've got a collar inside here, and that collar should be able to come out, at least push it down a little bit so that you can see, you know, these rollers here. All right, but these have a tendency to fall out, so you want to be careful when you do this. Okay, but there's your roller, okay, or collar and rollers here. Okay, and then we've got our main bearing and pinion gear. Okay, and that's the whole reel. Okay, with the exception of taking out the drag stack and taking apart the bail springs and whatnot, which, you know, we shouldn't have to do, but we're going to do some cleaning for sure, you know, on all these parts here. Okay, so these, I think some of these bearings are serviceable, some of them are not. I can't quite tell. I'm going to have to kind of take a look at that. I think for the most part they're in pretty good shape, with the exception of this one having some rust damage on the outside, and it is a little rough. You know, I think these are probably okay. So what we're going to do is, off camera, I'm going to spend some time cleaning up all these parts, as well as the drag stack here, which we're going to finish off with. Okay. So we've got a series of washers here that all need to come out. We're going to clean all this up. Yeah, there's a lot of dirt and sand built up in there. We want to get rid of all that. Okay. Keyed washer. This has the felt washers here, and they basically just need to be dried off, and then we're just going to go back and apply a little bit of real oil to those. But yeah, you can see there's just all this old grime built up down here. So Q-tips, we're going to spend some time cleaning out all the crevices and, you know, the whole housing of this reel here. And then we're going to come back in a separate video and just get into the reassembly of the reel. And we're going to talk along the way about, you know, how we did some of the cleaning and what was involved in that. And then, you know, we'll get this reel ready to get back out and do some fishing. So thanks again for watching. This is Tony with Back on the Bench. If you liked the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, please make sure you do subscribe and hit the notification button. That way you will get all the updates as to when there are new videos being posted, and there'll be quite a few more coming out shortly. So stay tuned for those, and we'll see you next time.